Hey guys, and today I'm going to be doing a walk around the 2015 Hyundai Veloster at nighttime. Now this walk around is going to be a very special one because this walk around is going to be the spooky edition. Alright, now looking at the headlights on the 2015 Hyundai Veloster, you have halogen low beams right here, you have halogen high beams that are located right there, and then you have your halogen turn signal indicators right there. Now below that you have this really nice LED swoosh that goes below the main headlight module right there. And then if you come up here, you can see that you have some nice accenting here for your orange indicator right there. You have a nice orange light there that really looks nice there. I also really like the style of the headlights here. They have a really nice look to it here. Alright, so now let's check out the front seat. So let's open up the door right here. And let's hop on in. Alright. So sitting inside of a Hyundai Veloster, let me close up these doors right here. Alright, so over here you have your window switches. The Hyundai Veloster only has 3 windows. So right here is your lighting for the front driver window, the front passenger window, and then the rear right side passenger right there, because the rear left side passenger does not have a window there. But these lights look pretty nice at nighttime. Alright, so now coming over here, you have your active eco button here. So it shows this little indicator right here showing you that it is activated on. And then over here you have your gauge intensity over here right there. Alright, so now let's look at the gauges in the 2015 Hyundai Veloster. Alright, so right here you have your tachometer with a nice white light behind it, and then right behind this actual needle here you have a red needle, but behind that circle area you have this nice blue light that runs right behind there. It looks really nice. Alright, now coming to the center here, you have a nice readout here pretty much telling you how many miles the vehicle has, your coolant temperature, your fuel gauge. You also have the range that you have until your gasoline tank is depleted. And then over here you have your speedometer, and then your speedometer goes all the way up to 150 miles per hour, and that looks really nice there. It has a nice blue accents, pretty much mimicking what's on the other side here with the tachometer. Alright, so now let's look at the steering wheel design. So the steering wheel looks extremely nice. Now coming to the lights over here, you have a mode light, a volume light, volume up and down light. You have these buttons here that will control different things. This will control your radio here. So if you press up and down, it will go through the infotainment system. But we'll talk about the infotainment system in just a sec. Alright, so coming down here, you have your hang up and your pickup buttons here, as well as your voice control. So I like how they illuminate the pickup in green and your hang up in red. Now coming onto this side, you have all of your cruise control settings right there, and then below that you have your trip and your reset button right there. Now let me turn off these lights real quick. And your gauge stock is does not have any lights on it, so it doesn't glow up anywhere. So you do have to pretty much know the gauge stock by heart if you are going to be using this at nighttime, unless you were to turn on the lights in here. Alright, so now let's look at the infotainment system here. So I'm going to turn back off the light. Alright, so right up here you have your eject that's nice and lit up right there. You also have a clock button right here that's lit up. And then right below where your disc inject will be, you have this nice blue accent here pretty much telling you this is where you put your disc in. Now coming onto the left side of the infotainment system, you have your FM, your AM, and your XM radio there. And then coming onto this side, you have your disc, your media, and your info buttons. Alright, so let's see just how responsive this system actually is. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and tap right here, and you can see that it brings you right to it, no lag whatsoever. It brings you right to where you are planning to go here. Now coming below that, you have your phone, your seek track, your setup. Right here is your volume knob right there, and your tune knob. Now coming below that, you have your AC controls right here, and I really like how they illuminate this in blue and then this section in red. It really adds a nice pretty much refinement to this center stack right here. Also, I really like how they use blue lights in here because it pretty much adds to the overall sportiness that they're trying to go for with this vehicle, and it makes the vehicle look very clean on the inside. Now coming onto the left side here, you have your circulation modes here where you want the air to blow on you, and then on this side you have your front window defroster, your rear window defroster, and then you have your max AC button down there, and then you also have your hazard lights that glows up as well. Now right here is where your push button start would be on any higher trims of the Hyundai Veloster if you had any higher trims, but right here we do have the base model, so you are not going to get push button start here. You do have to put the key inside of the ignition here, and I'm noticing that they don't give you like a ring around the ignition. I would have liked them to add maybe a blue ring, sort of similar to how they put around the volume knob around the ignition. That would have added a really nice touch there. Now coming below that, you have your gear selector right here. You have park, reverse, neutral, and drive, and this vehicle has a dual clutch transmission. Alright, so now let's shift this vehicle into reverse here. And when you put the vehicle into reverse, you do have a nice reverse camera here. It shows up actually pretty well at nighttime. Most vehicles at night don't really have the best looking camera here, but it doesn't look that bad at all. You can clearly see everything that's around you. Alright, so let's put the vehicle back into park here. Now coming over here, you have your auxiliary port light up right there, and then right next to that you do have your auxiliary port right there, and then right next to that you have your iPod USB port right there, and that also has a nice blue illumination. Now I would have liked them to add a blue illumination around the 12-volt power outlet right here. That would have added a nice touch, because you also have another one on this side, so do expect you to pretty much have a little bit of trouble finding that at nighttime, especially when you have the lights off, as you can see. Alright, so now you also have a pretty much a mirror up here. So let's open this up here, and you do have a mirror. You open up this mirror, and your light does not turn on. You're gonna notice. Now to turn on the light to this mirror, you have to manually press this button right here. So you turn it right on with that button. So don't pretty much when you're closing it right back up, it'll turn off automatically, because this portion right here will end up slamming on the light button right there. Alright, so now let's check out the passenger side at night of the 2015 Hyundai Veloster. Alright, let's now open up the passenger side door right here, and let's hop right on in. So sitting inside of the Hyundai Veloster here, you do not have that many lights on the passenger side pretty much at all here. All you have is this one little light right here that shows you your window switch control right there. Now opening up your glove box, you do not have a light inside of your glove box. I would have liked Hyundai to add that, because it is sort of dark in here, especially if you have a lot of things in here and you're trying to see what you have in there. It's going to be a little tough since you don't have a light inside of the glove box here. Alright, now let's check out the back seat of the Hyundai Veloster and see what lighting effects they have back there. So let's open on up the door here. Let's hop in. Alright, now you do have to duck your head. Alright, because this vehicle does have quite a bit of a sloping roofline here. Now, if you were to turn off the lights up here, let's turn off this light. Okay. So we have the lights turned off in here. Now, over here, you do have one light up here for both the passenger and the driver's side. So you pretty much just click it over to the left and your light will turn on here. Now, I would have liked them to add a light maybe for the passenger side, for the driver's side rear seat, as well as the passenger side rear seat, because I feel like that would have just added a little bit more light. But they do just give you one single light right here in the center. Now, looking at your cup holders here, you do not have any like LED or pretty much any lighting going around the cup holders. You just have plain cup holders back here. So with the lights out, it's pretty pitch black back here. I would have liked them to at least add a little bit of accenting back here. Now, you do have a nice LED, pretty much a light behind your window switch control right here. So if I turn back off the light here, you will see that actually you do not have a light on the window switch control here. So you do see where Hyundai pretty much cheaped out right there, because they decided that you probably didn't really need that light back here. But I do wish they did add a light here, and they probably could have added a couple of more lights in the rear seat of the Hyundai Veloster. Alright, now let's check out the cargo area of the 2015 Hyundai Veloster and see how much light they give you back there. Alright, now looking at the rear of the 2015 Hyundai Veloster, you have halogen taillights right here. And you also have halogen turn signals, as well as a halogen reverse light that'll be located right there. Now, I do like how Hyundai does add sort of like these special, like different types of shapes inside of the light, outside of the turn signal right there. So from far away, it does look like LED turn signals right there. And then looking at your halogen tail light right here, you have a nice triangular shape right there. That I really like. It looks pretty cool at nighttime when you do press the brakes. It adds a nice ambiance to the rear of the Hyundai Veloster. Now, coming below here, you do have your license plate area, and your license plate area is illuminated with two light bulbs right there. Two light bulbs do light up your license plate area right there. Alright, so to open up the trunk of the 2015 Hyundai Veloster, you just put your hand right under this very large and central Hyundai logo right here, and you push the button and lift up the trunk lid. So looking inside of the trunk of the Hyundai Veloster, you don't have that much lighting, but you do have one light right over here on the right side, but Hyundai does not give you a light on the left side. I would have liked them to give you a light on both sides, but they do give you at least one light, so you can see partially what is inside of your cargo area. But if you do have a couple of things that are deep on the left side, you're probably going to have some troubles finding that specific thing that you're looking for. Well, that's it for this walk around. Comment and tell me what you would like to see in future videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This is Marcus, and thanks for watching Drive and Be Driven. Keep it positive, and I'll see you next time. You can become a Drive and Be Driven driver today. Just simply click the subscribe button, and you will become a part of the Drive and Be Driven circle. Subscribing will allow you to stay up to date with the Drive and Be Driven YouTube channel. Thank you to all of my current Drive and Be Driven drivers for driving me towards my goals and dreams. Stay subscribed for more awesome videos like this one.